Hi everybody, welcome to AQ by IAS YouTube channel. This session is a part of our daily current affairs series, and in today's session we'll discuss about drug addiction. So we know that youth is getting trapped under drug addiction and it has become a real threat now. So we'll try to analyze how come it has become a serious menace, a real threat. And I do not need to tell you why we are talking about drug addiction today. Perhaps I do not need to contextualize, you must be knowing why I have picked this topic today. So in today's session, we'll try to analyze what this drug addiction is, how come drugs are reaching our country, and what government is doing in this regard. So first, let's try to understand what this drug addiction is. See, this drug addiction, it is a condition of being addicted to any particular drug. So when you want pleasure, then you consume drugs. When you want to stay away from the stress, you consume drugs. And this consumption, it affects your mind, it affects your behavior. So what are the reasons why youth is doing it exceedingly? See, the technical institutes like engineering institute, medical institute, it is a very common case. Their students, they are doing these drugs. The reason is they stay away from their homes, they stay away from their families, they stay away from their loved ones. And because of the studies pressure, because of the work pressure, they are always under stress. So in order to relieve themselves, they consume drugs. Moreover, there is one glamour element to this. And what is that glamour element? See, some people, they find it very cool. This is the lingo they use, that it is very cool. They find it very fascinating. So they are doing it just because it is very fascinating, very intriguing. And deprivation. I reckon that this deprivation, it is also one of the biggest reasons why people are doing drugs. Deprivation means when people do not have the money, when they do not have the food, then still they want to sleep, they want to relax. In that case also, they consume drugs. Moreover, out of experimentation, some people do drugs. Let's give it a try. Only for that thing they are doing the drugs. So how come these drugs are reaching our country? See, our country, it is sandwiched between two major producing drugs producing areas. One is Golden Crescent and another one is the Golden Triangle. So India is sandwiched between these two major producing areas. Okay, so you have Golden Crescent here and then you have Golden Triangle here. So this area it comprises of Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran. And this Golden Triangle area it comprises of Vietnam, Laos, Thailand and Myanmar. So from these two areas, drugs are reaching our country. So India is sandwiched between these two major drug producing areas. Now let's try to know what government has done in this regard. So government has enacted 1985 Act. We know that this act has been in force and it deals with drug control, drugs abuse control. So under this 1985 Act, we call it Drugs, Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. So under this 1985 Act, Narcotics Control Bureau was also established, and this NCB, remember, it falls under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And here you must remember one important point, and that important point is that drug abuse control, it is the duty of the central government. It is the primary duty of the central government. In fact, central government is providing funds to states so that they can curb, so that they can control the drug threat. Okay, so central government is regularly providing the funds to states. Now just remember that Narcotics Coordination Center, NCC, Narco Coordination Center, was also established by the government to actually control the drugs abuse. Okay, so all these initiatives and Nasha Mukt Bharat and Nasha Mukt Bharat, it was launched. It was a campaign that was launched by the government of India. So all these initiatives have been taken by the government of India in this regard. So these are very important for your examination. Okay, so all these facts I wanted to discuss. Just remember about NCB. It was established under 1985 Act, but it was established in 1986. This is something which you have to remember. And it falls under Ministry of Home Affairs, and it deals with the drugs abuse control. And drugs abuse control, it is the primary responsibility of the central government. This fact is also important. Okay, and states, they are receiving the regular funds from the central government. So these are the initiatives which have been taken by the central government in this regard. So all these facts I wanted to discuss in today's session. If you have liked it, if you have found it useful, then you can subscribe our YouTube channel for more such videos. You can follow our social media platforms for daily current affairs content. So that's all. I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye bye. Thank you very much.